Hi guys, Black Wolf, and today I'm gonna read 32, chapter 32 of The False Prince. I am actually really close to where I want to be. This chapter is, I think it's about it's about 4 pages long. So it'll probably be around 9 minutes. Okay, so here we go. Where are you going? Ma asked as I began walking away. He was never far behind. To my room. My back hurts. How will it look to everyone at dinner if the servant who left with Amarinda fails to return? How will it look if that servant's bandages bleed through and he dripped blood on Connor's dining table? Come on, Mutt said with a sigh. I'll walk you to your room. You don't have to. I know the way. Saving you from getting lost is not the reason I'm here. Tell me, what did you think of the betrothed princess? I think she loves Darius. There's plenty of time for her to learn to love Jaren. Besides, this is the way of life for the royals. They do their duty to their country, and if they are very lucky, it will sometimes bring them happiness. I don't want anyone to do their duty for me, I grumbled. A charade like that is not for her. Connor's preparing you to wear a mask for the rest of your life, Maud said. Whoa, I just lost my spot. It's better that your queen pretends to love you, because if she truly did, she would only love a lie. That hardly made me feel better. Errol was sitting on the bench just outside my bedroom door. He stood as he saw us coming. Are you ill? He asked me. Get some dinner, I growled, pushing past him to enter my room. And no, I don't need help dressing. Ironically, I did need help. My shoulders and back stiffened over the past few hours of standing, and with every movement, I felt like my wounds might tear open again. When Errol returned with a tray of food several minutes later, he found me sitting on the floor with an unbuttoned shirt and vest. Errol set the tray on Tobias's desk and then silently walked to the wardrobe to gather my nightclothes. He was able to pull off my shirt without causing me too much pain and without asking. Checked my bandages. Imogen is occupied at the dinner downstairs, he said. You must let me clean those wounds. They look hot. I leaned forward, which took less work than arguing. He soaked a towel in alcohol and pressed it to my back. I arced it with inevitable sink and relaxed as it slowly passed. Every servant at farther windows Tobias cut you, Errol murmured. I'd be surprised if the master doesn't hear of it soon. The servants are mistaken. I was trying to climb out the window. We hear things, Sage, more than anyone knows. Then you obviously know why Roden and Tobias and I are here, and are Connor's servants loyal to him to this plan? Shortly after you came, Connor impressed upon us the sacred nature of what he's doing. How important it is to Carthia. To be sure, he threatened us dearly if the word of his command leaks out. Sighed, farther than would. But he shouldn't worry, nor should you. This is a secret we will carry to our graves. If you are chosen as prince, I will treat you just as I would a true royal. With that, he finished bandaging me up. He pulled my nightclothes on, and even fastened them in front, which I was more than capable of doing. When he stood to leave, I said, Thanks for helping me tonight, Errol. Thanks for helping me every night. I know I'm difficult. I take that as an apology, sir. Your dinner is on the desk there. Good night. I was in bed when Roden and Tobias came into the room. Tobias entered more quietly than usual and lay down on his bed indifferently. Roden crossed over to me and said, Connor was furious that you didn't return to the dining room tonight. I heard him ask Mott to come get you right now. I groaned. How can he expect to see ourselves as royalty when he treats us as slaves? Errol entered the room and began rummaging through my drawers. I'm sorry, Sage, but it's true. Connor has asked to see you. Mott is waiting outside to take you to see him. I winced as I rolled out of bed. Errol held up close for me, but I shook my head. If he asks me at night, he'll find me in night clothes. It's inappropriate, Errol said, and it's indecent of him to summon me when he knows I'm asleep. I opened the door to leave, and Mott blocked the doorway and shook his head at me. I won't bring you to the master like that. Allow Errol to dress you, or I'll do it. I shut the door in his face and held out my arms to Errol, who hurried forward, clothes in hand. Minutes later, Mott was walking me fully dressed down to Connor's office. Am I in trouble? I asked. That depends on your answers to his questions. Connor was in the middle of writing something when we entered his office. Mott directed me to stand in front of the desk, but I sat. A minute or two passed before Connor even acknowledged I was there. Finally, he set his cool down and looked up at me. What did you think of her? The princess, I suggested. She's beautiful. I heard the betrothed princess was more horse than woman. Bite your words, Connor hissed. You're speaking of the future queen of Carthia, that is, if the prince is found. And yes, she has more unexpectedly become a beautiful young woman. Why did she choose you to escort her up? Because I told her about the spot of dirt on her face before. I think she appreciated the honesty. You're lucky she did. She might have easily had you whipped for being disrespectful. I've already been whipped and stabbed, I hear. Ma has my story on that instance, a story which is probably a lie. At Farthernwood, lies and truth blur together. Only lies in pursuit of the truth, Sage. My body ached with tiredness. All I wanted to do was finish this pointless conversation and go back to sleep, but there was one question I needed answered. Why did you allow me to go with her? When you bring me into court, she'll recognize me. If I bring you into court, don't mistake my tolerance for you as any sort of favoritism. Quite the contrary. My question stands, sir. Why did you allow me to go with her? The possibility of her recognizing you did concern me for a moment. Then I decided you can easily explain that I kept you in hiding here until you could be presented at court. The fact that you two already met could be seen as an advantage. Now, I have some questions for you. I have a few more questions first. Connor arched an eyebrow. Oh. What if Prince Jaren is alive? Then he returns to the castle to find me sitting on his throne. I don't think he'll appreciate that. Jaren is dead. I told you once before that I have proof of it. Besides, the pirates off the coast of Lavinia are ruthless. The reason nobody was ever found is because they likely destroyed everything identifiable about him. Whatever trouble he may have caused his family, the king and queen loved Jaren. The queen in particular never gave up searching for any trace of him in the years that followed. It was all in vain. I doubt he was even alive by the time the ship sunk. What was your proof? I present that to the boy I choose as prince, and to nobody else. If you can prove Jaren's dead, then you can also prove the reasons that Jaren has survived. At court, Jaren will confess that he has been hiding all these years in an orphanage right under their noses. He went by the name of Sage or Roden or Tobias, but he has come back now to claim the throne. What if another orphan steps forward and say that he knows before Jaren was killed? We would say that they are mistaken. Perhaps one night the orphan would disappear. Thrones have been claimed over thinner evidence than we have, Sage. Besides, my prince will have evidence of his identity. What? Connor shook his head slightly. I'll save that answer until my prince is chosen. But rest assured, it is something that will identify my choice as a prince without doubt. Now, to put my questions, what did Prince Amarinda talk to you about after you two left? She's worried the king's family is, despite your assurances that she shouldn't worry. She doesn't seem to believe there's any hope of Jaren being alive. And I don't think she'd want him even if he were there. She's afraid, sir. Connor smiled. We can use that to our advantage. Use her fear to make her more apt to accept Prince when I present him, so that even if she has doubts, she'll accept him because she needs it to be true. I couldn't hide my disdain as I glared at him. It was disgusting that he thinks so quickly of how he might benefit from her pain. Don't make that face at me, Connor cried. How convenient it must be for you to play the pious victim when it benefits you, or the prince, or the servant, or the orphan. Yeah, I must at all times be the keeper of this unholy plan. I do not celebrate my role in Cartier's future, but I have accepted it. Have you? Any expression vanished from her face? Yes, sir, I have. I am your prince. You think too highly of yourself. Tobias can no longer be trusted, but Roden presents some fine advantages. I believe he has been underestimated this week. He has learned more than any of you in such short time. There was nothing I could say to that. He had. Connor continued. What I wonder is if you want to be the prince. If you want to be the prince. I sense you battling the decision internally. Perhaps because you're afraid of the consequences of being caught. Perhaps because you cannot picture yourself sitting on the throne, and yet you are here telling me that to my face you're my prince. I threw out a hand, then immediately rushed to the gesture that pitched in my back. Would you choose Roden, who rushes toward the throne, no thought of what the consequences? He has no idea what he's accepting. I have thought about it, sir. Connor, I am your prince. Connor clasped his hands together, and a glint of triumph flickered in his eyes. I believe what I suspected all along was true. All you ever needed was the proper discipline and right motivation. I can see that you're finally bending to my will, and that pleases me. It did not please me. Tired as I was, I still had plenty of energy to be angry with his smugness. However, I simply asked, can I go now? He hesitated a moment, then nodded, and I left without looking at him. As Ma escorted me back to my room, he tried to make conversation, but I ignored him. Connor's words were still ringing in my ear. With every step closer to the throne I took, I felt myself bending too. I only hoped I could get to the end before Connor broke me completely. So, that was chapter 32. I will read chapter 33 next time. Oh, I'm getting really close, and I'm really excited because I really want to read this part of the book. This one chapter. So, same thing as usual. I'll leave in the comments down below books, games, audiobooks, and games that you can see. Please leave in the comments down below challenges, what you would like to see me do, and excuse me, and songs you would like to hear me sing. No cuss words, please, because I'm still in middle school and I'm still living in my mom's house. So please subscribe and gotta go. Bye.